Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. Still we have rerouting, and this time around it's going to be route redirection. Okay, so we just did route filtering in the previous video. Now we're doing route redirection, and for this one, the way I want to do it is I want to enable RIP on router 7, which is not yet done yet. Okay, we already have RIP running on router 3. Okay, and so I'm going to enable RIP on router 7. Okay, and then after that I will make this link between R2 and R7. I'm going to make it high bandwidth. Okay, same thing, link between R7 and R3. I'm going to make it high bandwidth, and I'm going to make this link direct link between R2 and R3 the lowest bandwidth. Okay, that way if traffic is coming from R1 or from R4, the traffic will be forced out through this link. Okay, it's not going to go directly like this, it's going to go through R7 all the time. Okay, so that's the purpose of this video, redirection of reroutes the path. So that's the purpose of this for this. So I have a little chart here on R2. What I'm going to do on R2, this R2 here, I'm going to create a bandwidth of 11544. Okay, linking R2 and R7, and then linking R2 and R7 and R3 is going to be 128. On R3, okay, it has to be the link, the bandwidth I gave to on R, the bandwidth I gave on R2 for G01, I have to match it on the other side. Okay, so whatever bandwidth you give here, you also have to match the same bandwidth this way. So if it's 1544, okay, on R2 it has to be 1544 on R7 as well. Same thing here. Whatever bandwidth you give, you have to match it. So that's why you see here, you see on R3, G01, I gave 123, 128, okay? And then G02, okay, G0/2 on R3, I gave it 1512, okay? Anyways, let's check it right now. Let's check on R2. I don't know if I configured them yet, but I'll have to do them right away if I haven't done yet. I'm just going to do show run interface, show run interface G0/2. Okay, so this is the bandwidth right here I gave. Okay, manually assign them. So that's the bandwidth right here, 1544. Now for G01, okay, and manual assign this one, bandwidth of 128. Okay, now on R7, let's bring up let's go first to R3, because R7 we still have to enable RIP routing. I'm going to go R3. I'm going to say show run interface G0/1. Okay, so that one should be 128. Okay, so we have bandwidth of 128, and G02 should be 512. Okay, 512. Now this bandwidth have to match on R7. Let's go to R7. So first thing I want to do on R7, I want just to, anyway, let's go check the bandwidth first. So run interface G0/1. Okay, so I gave 512. Why did I give 512? Is because this link I gave 512 on R3, so I have to give 512 also here. So this side I gave 1544, so I also have to give on G00 of R7. I have to give also 1544. Okay, so let's go there. The G00 1544. Okay, and also on R3, I said we haven't configured anything yet, but actually I did some tests there. So, but the only thing I didn't do on R7 is the rerouting. So I will show IP interface brief. Okay, so we have our loopback interface is already configured. The router ID, which is loopback 0, is already configured. Then the interface linking R7 to its neighbors already configured. The only thing left is the rerouting. Configure terminal router RIP version 2 router summary. Okay, and we're going to say network. Okay, all its network, all this interface is going to be injected into RIP. Okay, now R7 has RIP working. So let's do something. Okay, we're going to do something. We're going to go to let's say anyway, let's go to R1. Let's see if we're seeing routes for R7, and also go to R8, R4 to see if we can see routes for R7. Okay, so let's go to R1 first. I know for R4 we haven't configured the RIP routing. So if I do show IP route RIP, I just filter the ones coming from R7. 207.77. Okay, so those routes are coming in. Okay, so we have routes for from R7, okay, coming to R1. So we should be seeing the same thing on R4 if we have RIP configured. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly configure RIP there as well. So if I do show IP interface brief, okay, so the only thing missing here is the RIP routing. Okay, okay, but RIP is not there, so configure terminal router RIP version 2 router summary network. Okay, okay, so show IP route RIP 207.17. Okay, the routes are there. The routes are coming to R4, so we're good. So now what we have to do, the only thing we have to do to make sure that that traffic goes through R7, because right now that's not the case. We can actually check it. Okay, let's check it. Let's say we're doing a trace route from R7 to R1. Okay, let's do a trace route and see if what's the path that the route is taking from R4, okay, to R1. Let's do a trace route. Let's see. So I'm going to do trace route. Trace route to 172.16.4.1, 172.16.4.1. Okay, that's the destination. Let's say source interface. Let's loopback 0. Loopback 0. Okay. Okay, let's see what path it's taking. So we see it leaves from here. First hop is in directly connected interface. Okay, this one. Okay, that's the first hop. Second hop. is him. So it goes directly. We don't see anything like anything with .7. Okay, right? So and then the third hop is directly the router. Okay, so we don't want this. We want this traffic going. First hop this one. Second hop should be him, and then third hop him, and then the fourth hop should be this one. That's what we want. And the reason we want that is because we're saying this length is too slow, and we want to go through a faster link. Okay, so for that to happen, this is all we need to configure, because our bandwidth have already been configured on all these three routers. What we need to do is go into router RIP. Now, what is the router that's the most where we can apply this? Okay, if we look at this, we say if traffic is coming from here. Okay, let's assume that traffic is going from here. We did a trace out from here, okay? Because we'd actually apply this thing from here as well. But we're going to assume that we're going to trace a route, do a trace out from here. So if that's the case, we're going to apply it through this interface and through this interface, okay? No, sorry, we're going to apply it through this interface, okay? So we're going to offset this interface, G01, okay? So this is router RIP offset list 0. We're gonna let's go into router RIP first and see exactly what those statements mean. Let's go into router 3. We go to terminal, router RIP version 2. Now say offset. Now what's the next thing? Question mark. So offset, if I say offset 0, what does that mean? It means access list of networks to apply 0. Okay, so if I say 0, it means I'm selecting all networks, right? I'm selecting all networks. So offset list 0, right? Now, what's the next statement? If I do question mark, now what direction we want to do? Actually, we're going to do it both direction. Okay, so first we should choose the in. Okay, that's route going into R3, and then do question mark. So now we're going to use the we're going to give a number for the offset. What does that mean? That number means that if we choose, because we're selecting this interface, right? We're going to select this interface, which means if we're going to offset this interface and give a number of 2, okay, if we give a number, let's say of 2, so I'm going to give here. What that means is that I'm giving a hop count of 2. So 2, before was a hop count between R3 and R2 was hop count of 1. So if I add 2, it means I give it a hop count of 3, right? And if that's the case, then this hop count of 2 is less than 3. And RIP depends on hop counts, okay? So the higher the number of hop counts, the longer it sees the route as, it sees the route as being further, okay? So if I add a 2 here to this hop count, it means that I make this link a hop count of 3. And if that's the case, then we have a shorter link here, okay? So that's how you trick it. You basically trick RIP routing. So now this hop count is 2, and this one becomes 3. Okay, now we're going to define the interface. So it's going to say interface, then say question mark, say interface. It's going to be gig0/1. Okay, that's the interface we want to apply to make that hop count, to add that hop count of 2. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the other direction. Okay, so the first direction was in. We're going to do the same thing for out. Okay, but it always has to be both ways, both directions. Okay, so with that, go out with there, save. Okay, now let's try to do another trace route from R4, just like we did the previous time. And let's see exactly how it goes now. Let's go to R4. So let's see, we're going to compare with this trace route that we see right here. So we tracing route to 172.16.4.1, source from loopback 0. Okay, now you can see it has more paths. So we leave, the first hop is router 3, second hop router 7, third hop router 2, and the last hop router 1. So we actually basically we have it working, right? Now how about traffic coming the other way, the other direction? How does it work? Let's say I'm on our router 5 or router 2, router 1, I want to do a trace out to router 7. Okay, how does it go? Let's go to router 1 and see. To router 1, I'm going to trace route. I'm going to trace out to 204. Let's first of all see if the routes are there. Show IP route RIP 204.44. Okay, the routes are there. So we're going to trace route to .1. Okay, we're going to source from loopback 0. Okay, so as you can see, it works both directions. Even though we applied only here, we didn't apply on router 2, but it works in both directions. Why? It's because when the traffic comes here, it sees a hop count of 3. Okay, it sees a hop count of 3 because we set it here for in direction in inbound. So it sees a hop count of 3 and uses the shorter hop count. Because rerouting, it depends on hop counts. Okay, maximum of 15 hop counts. So it sees a hop count of 2 here and a hop count of 3 this way, and uses this direction. That's why you see our trace route is going first hop is router 2, second hop router 7, third hop router 3, and the fourth hop is router 4. Okay. So anyways, that's it for this video. I wanted to make it as short as possible, and that's also it for rerouting for now. So we're going to stop here. In our next video, it's going to be OSPF routing. So we're going to start OSPF routing from next video. If you're new here, please make sure you watch my previous videos just to so that you have you can go through the previous videos and have an idea of where we are. And thanks so much for watching my videos, and talk to you next time.